The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. This is Brian Ankney with AutoSuccess Magazine. I appreciate you all taking a little bit of time out of your day today to join us. We've got a great presentation for you today, and even more importantly, we're going to show you how you can participate in a great event with over 70 breakout sessions of good content that's going to be next week. Today, my guest is Nate Usher. He's the Director of Business Development at DealerSocket, and DealerSocket is actually having their User Summit next week in San Antonio, Texas. And so this webinar is a way of us showing you what's going to take place at that event, and then we're also going to show you, if you're not able to attend, ways that you can access both the presentations and the slide decks of the presentations. So a couple of things I want to go over before I introduce Nate and let him start sharing this with you is, one, if you haven't joined AutoSuccess webinars yet, please do. It's a group on Facebook. You just go to the search bar, type in AutoSuccess webinars, and then ask to join the group. In that group, you can interact with me and tell me, people you'd like to have speak in the future, topics you'd like to have covered. You can interact with AutoSuccess people as well as our speakers, but most importantly, all the people listening right now, you guys can interact with each other, because in these webinars, we try to educate you on, new things and new ways you can improve your business. And as you try to implement these changes, you're going to face challenges. You'll have successes and you'll have failures. And I hope that you share those with each other in AutoSuccess webinars. One more thing before we get started. We're going to hold all the questions until the end. But if you look to the right side of your screen, if you're on a tablet or a desktop, it'll be on the right side of your screen. You'll have a Go to Webinar pane. Near the bottom is questions. You hit that plus mark, and then you can type in any questions that you have, and I will ask them to Nate at the end of the webinar. If you're on a mobile device, depending whether it's an Android or an Apple, it's either at the top or the bottom of your screen, you'll see a question mark. So just hit that question mark, type in the question that you have, and we will address them all at the end. Nate, please take it away, my friend.
Well, thank you so much, Brian, and we obviously appreciate all the time that people have to join this webinar today, and we also appreciate AutoSuccess for inviting us to share what we believe is one of the most important conferences of the year. It's our DealerSocket User Conference. We put it on once a year for our dealers and for anyone interested in our DealerSocket product line, or anybody interested in learning best practices. And so every year, we try to really focus on a certain theme and presence and experience for our dealers. We put a lot of time and effort into thinking about what we need to do, and we're super excited to give you a little bit of a preview of what we're doing. And I'm going to kind of wrap this presentation around our thoughts on change management. It's been a huge topic with us here at DealerSocket. We know that there's a lot of change in the industry. We know that technology is evolving, a lot of innovation out there, a lot of competition, and we know that change is difficult. Nobody wants to make major changes. Sometimes we need to, sometimes we're forced to, but change breeds innovation and it breeds success. And so our theme this year, first and foremost, is a huge focus on our new BlackBird CRM and BlackBird DMS. And when we look at change and we look at any kind of change management at DealerSocket, we know that the first thing is that you've got to have a product that makes sense for any dealership, any business, any users. And so we are super excited to introduce to all of our dealers our most aggressive product launch, which is going to be our BlackBird CRM and BlackBird DMS. I want to talk to that a little bit on the BlackBird CRM side. Just a little history on that. We took innovation and inspiration from the BlackBird SR-71 that people may or may not know. Very innovative jet that was created in the 60s, still relevant today. Went Mach 4. There's a lot of geeks out there that know about this jet, and was built in 20 months by the Skunkworks team. And we took that as innovation because we looked at our CRM today and we said, what can we do to make the user experience and the design much better and much more effective? And so we've taken out a lot of the noise. We've made the user experience very elegant and clean, as well as in our DMS system for our independent dealers. And so we are super excited to not only present that and launch that, but to actually have a chance for our dealers to come out and train and get accustomed to that CRM so that they can hit the ground running when we launch this product for our dealers. And so you can actually get certified on it. You can train on it at the User Summit. It's very open to anybody who wants to see it. And so, overall, you'll see that the theme this year, and you can see it on my screen right now, is going to be about that innovation and about the BlackBird style and design with new architecture that is just going to make it a better experience for our dealers. And we're super excited to launch that at the Summit. So that's overall our biggest flagship product that we're going to be launching. And in connection with that product and in coming back to change management, one of the things that we really focused on this agenda and our classes at the Summit is that we really focus on the process portion that ties into our product lines. And so you can see here that we have a bunch of featured tracks. DealerSocket offers obviously a huge product suite for dealers to get that whole platform experience and to reduce the transaction as much as possible, to engage the experience for the salespeople so they have all the tools that they need to talk to the customers and make a great experience at the dealership level for them. And so we take a lot of time throughout the year internally and with our third parties, with our groups, and we look for those influencers in the industry as well as internally in DealerSocket, and we look at what we can apply not only with DealerSocket products, but what can we do in the industry with all the different product lines that we have. And so we put together an agenda. This year we have 70-plus breakout sessions within the 3 days that we have the Summit. Here's some of the featured classes so people can look into that and see what we're trying to offer. But I can't stress enough that within our organization and with our dealers, we know when it comes to change management that it's not just the product, it's a partnership with a vendor, and it's executing a process. And so you can't just have the product. And so where these featured classes really excel and where we really want to sharpen the tools are in these engaging classes. And so obviously we go to a lot of different conferences, and there's phenomenal conferences throughout the year, and we try to match with that. We get a lot of credit and a lot of feedback that our dealers actually can engage in these classes. They can ask specific process questions. How can I do this with this product? Or how can I engage with this customer with this one? How can I reduce that transaction? How can I make it a better experience for my salespeople and for my customers? And it's amazing to get the feedback. One of the cool things that we see is we do partner and pull in these industry experts and these dealership experts so that they can open up their knowledge for our dealers. And so it's very, very valuable and very engaging in these classes and these breakout sessions. Because we know when it comes to that process change, it takes time. We always say it's a crawl, walk, and a run. And so we want to give you those hints and those tools and let you take that back to your dealership. And more importantly, with DealerSocket, we're going to take what was taught and come back to you and say, how are you doing with this? We engage you for the rest of the year based on what you're seeing at these conferences because we believe in it. And we're going to keep asking you, how is it being done? Is it being executed? Are you implementing this process? And of course, we have the tools and the knowledge to come in and help you with that and be able to hold people accountable and monitor that. So you can just see with all the breakout classes that we offer, and I'll just kind of scroll through here, that throughout each day, we're really trying to tie into a bunch of different aspects of the dealership, making sure that we're offering all the different classes for anyone that goes to this summit to make sure that we're completely dialed in. So once again, our main process and our focus is to be able to sharpen that tool, dial in your processes, and to be able to have you ask questions that are not only just DealerSocket product focused, but industry focused, so we can tie everything together. One of the most important aspects of the conference is going to be our keynotes. And so that's obviously one of the biggest reasons to attend. This year we have some phenomenal keynote speakers. Jonathan Ord will always be a great speaker, always engaging, always, even from a CEO level, is engaging with our dealers and taking calls for them and working with them very much dialed into the industry, and so it's always great to hear him talk and introduce BlackBird products and where we're going with the company to see what the future will hold. We also have Casey Patterson, who just came off of being at the Rio Olympics. He's an exceptional volleyball player, great individual. I know him personally, has a ton of passion and enthusiasm for the sport, and he's going to talk to us about how he got to where he's at and his experience at the Olympics. And then you also have Brian Solis, who I love that he's called a futurist. He takes data, he looks at the data that we have in multiple industries to understand what the future holds, the analytics, the predictive analytics. And so he's been a phenomenal author and somebody that can give us great feedback on the industry that we have. There's a few other breakout and keynote speakers that we're going to have this year. David Justice, we're very excited we got him. We were holding out to see if he was going to be able to make it. He's obviously the exceptional baseball player that was the Rookie of the Year, World Series champion, played for the Braves, the New York Yankees, and my favorite, he wasn't acting like a cameo, but he was in Moneyball. So I've met Billy Bean, and I'm excited to talk to him and find out all about Moneyball and what he did there. We also have Chad Lewis, who was a tight end for the Eagles and the Rams, also won a Super Bowl, and is also a very great motivational speaker for our keynote. So we have exceptional keynote speakers to attend and be there, and that kind of brings together some of the motivation that a lot of times when we think about change management in general, we think about what are we doing to motivate. And so we're hoping to motivate you with these keynote speakers so that you can take this back to your dealers and also obviously keep motivating them through these speakers and the information that you receive. One of the things that we'd love to do to culminate the entire event is we put on a bash, a party. We usually have a great band that comes, great food. It's a great place to understand DealerSocket culture, and not only to understand where the company is coming from and where we're going, and to meet some of the key stakeholders at DealerSocket. It's just a great networking event. It's very relaxed, very fun. As you're studying and learning and doing everything you need to do to be better, it's just our giving back to the dealers and to our third-party vendors and partners to tell them that we appreciate them and to help them have fun and motivate them to go back and get excited for the industry and where we're at. So it's all about the experience for us, and more importantly about the appreciation that we have for our customers that will be in attendance. So that is very much kind of the high level of what you can experience at the DealerSocket User Summit. That will take place next week. We're looking forward to a phenomenal turnout. We already have 1,100 attendees that are signed up. It's our biggest, and we get bigger every single year. We've done it for 7 years, and so we're blown away by the amount of people that are looking to attend, and we're excited to see everyone. We do know that it's tough. Everyone's busy. Some people can't make it, and so we've gone through some great efforts to put together DealerSocket.com/live, where individuals can go in, and if you can't make it, you can sign up for this and go to this page. And once you register for this, what we will do is we will start sending you information about how you can actually see streaming keynotes and information at the summit if you can't attend. And so we'll have live keynote streaming information and viewage so that you can go in and see that. You also have the ability to download the dealership action report. So throughout the year, we gain analytics, we do surveys. We have the dealership action report for not only the franchise dealers, but for our independent dealers as well who will be in attendance. It's a great report that shows you where the industry is, where it's going, and we put forward a lot of effort from the marketing side to get great actionable survey information so that you can take it away and see that information for yourself. Also at DealerSocket.com/live, you'll be able to download all the presentations that are taking place at the summit. So if you can't make a particular session or you miss one, sign up for this, and we'll send you to all the information so you can actually download the presentation, get all that information for yourself, but have access to all that key data so that you can utilize that and participate in everything if you did miss it. We'll also have live Twitter streams and live comments so that you can kind of keep up, kind of a fun way to see what people are saying about the event so that you can feel that you're there and you're available. So please go to dealersocket.com/live if you cannot make the event, and we'll take care of you and make sure that everything's dialed in and give you all the information and the data that you need for this summit. So in short, we're very excited about this. We've put forward a lot of effort for our dealers and for everyone to experience and have a good time at the summit, and we look forward to seeing everybody there, and hope that everybody will have a good time.
All right, Nate, I've got a couple questions for you. First question is, can you share with us a little bit of history of why you're going to a new CRM?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the things, when we do a lot of analysis and discovery with our dealers, we're always looking to see how can we make the experience better. And so one of the top things that we kept hearing from our dealers is, we are trying to reduce that transaction. We're trying to give the customer the information that they need on site through mobile devices. And so we wanted to build out a new architecture and a new platform for CRM that makes the user experience a good one. And a lot of times, traditionally, you have the salesperson that will log into any CRM, and they'll see all this unnecessary data that doesn't involve them. Maybe it's links to what a manager would see or information that a manager would see. And at the end of the day, we wanted to specialize the BlackBird CRM for any user. So if it's a BDC person, they're going to see what they need to see through widgets and information and screens, or if it's a salesperson or a manager. And so when they log in, it's going to be customized to what they need to see for that day, and reduce the noise and the static for anything that's on the screen that doesn't need to be there. We know that people want to get information quickly, so we've created these features that enhance the search, enhance the ability to see the inventory better, enhance the ability to see information about that customer across everything that they're looking at, whether it's service or sales or equity position. And we wanted to culminate that all into one screen and a very clean, clear screen for our dealerships. And that was a goal that we set, and it's things that we heard. And so when we heard that stuff, we did the research and we listened to it, and we've made the modifications to change it, and we're excited to launch it.
Okay. Got another question here. Do you have to be a DealerSocket customer to attend the summit?
Absolutely not. In fact, as I mentioned, we will talk obviously about DealerSocket products, but we highlight a lot of where the industry is going. You notice that I showed the dealership action report on my screen. That's for anybody. We pull statistics that are about the industry. And so please, we love visitors. We love people that are not on our product. Please come and challenge what we're doing. Please come and talk to other individuals about what you're doing, and just explore what's out there. But we really try to do this for the industry and for our customers. But you don't have to be a customer to come and participate. But we'd love to have anybody that's not on our product to attend and come meet us and talk to us and let us know what else we need to be doing.
All right. Actually, it looks like that's our last question, Nate. This is Brian with AutoSuccess. I'd really like to thank everybody that took the time to join us today. And if you're going to get an email after this webinar that'll thank you for coming, and it'll come directly from my email address. If you have any questions or any issues, or if you want any additional information, please reply to that or reply to Nate. Obviously Nate's going to be at the event next week, but if you have any issues getting on or figuring out how to view this stuff, you're welcome to email me, and I will forward your email on to somebody at DealerSocket that can help you. If you haven't yet please join AutoSuccess webinars. It's a great place to interact, and you'll never miss another webinar that you want to see. Nate, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience before we let them go today?
No, just again, we appreciate the time, and we'd love to see everybody at the summit. Obviously, you can contact me if any questions outside of this webinar, but we appreciate all you guys do, Brian, at AutoSuccess. We appreciate the time, and we appreciate our dealers and anybody that's interested in coming to the summit.
Awesome. Well, hey, everybody, I hope you learned some stuff today. I hope you take the time next week to check out the summit, and if you're not there, please log on with your computer and watch the summit remotely. I appreciate everybody taking the time today. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.